African philosophy, with its rich and diverse traditions, represents a significant aspect of global philosophical thought. Its progression is marked by a complex interplay of indigenous knowledge systems, colonial influences, and contemporary scholarly debate. Here's an overview of its development and influence. Pre-colonial period, indigenous philosophical traditions. Prior to colonialism, African philosophy existed in oral traditions, proverbs, folk tales, religious rituals, and artistic expressions. These conveyed philosophical ideas about community, morality, the nature of existence, and the spiritual world. Influential concepts, Ubuntu, a philosophy from Southern Africa, often translated as "I am because we are," emphasizing community, solidarity, compassion, and respect for human dignity. Egyptian philosophy, ancient Egyptian thought, encapsulated in texts like the Maxims of Ptahhotep, contributed early ideas to ethics, cosmology, and metaphysics. Colonial period, encounter with European thought. The colonial era introduced Western philosophical traditions to Africa, but often at the expense of suppressing indigenous intellectual traditions. Ethnophilosophy, a term used to describe traditional African belief systems and cultural practices, often collected and analyzed by anthropologists. Post-colonial era and 20th century, negritude movement. In the mid-20th century, intellectuals like Leopold Sédar Senghor and Aimé Césaire developed negritude, emphasizing the value of African culture and identity as a response to colonialism. Professional philosophy, post-independence, African philosophers like Kwasi Wiredu, Pauline Houtengee, and Henry Odera Oruka began to critically engage with both indigenous traditions and Western philosophy, seeking an authentic African philosophical identity. Key debates: ethnophilosophy versus professional philosophy. There was a debate on whether African philosophy should focus on indigenous traditions, ethnophilosophy, or align with Western academic standards, professional philosophy. Sage philosophy. Odera Oruka's Sage Philosophy project sought to bridge this gap by interviewing wise individuals in traditional societies to bring their thoughts into the academic, philosophical discourse. Contemporary period, diverse perspectives. Modern African philosophy encompasses a wide range of perspectives, including feminist philosophy, post-colonial thought, critical race theory, and analyses of political and social issues relevant to the African continent. Global influence, ethics and political philosophy. Ubuntu, with its focus on communal values, has contributed to global ethical and political discussions, offering an alternative to individualistic frameworks. Philosophy of liberation. African philosophy has significantly influenced global discourses on liberation, post-colonialism, and the fight against oppression. Interdisciplinary impact. African philosophical ideas have also influenced other fields like literature, cultural studies, and anthropology. African philosophy's progression from traditional wisdom to contemporary academic discourse illustrates the continent's rich intellectual heritage and its ongoing contribution to global philosophical thought. It continues to challenge and enrich global understanding of issues like identity, morality, and the human condition.